Hi, thank you for your question. So obviously I'm covered in some really questionable, shitty tattoos. I did pretty much all of them myself. I do have some professional ones, like my chest is professional, my ribs are professional. I have one on my thigh, on my ankle. This one was professional. But most of them I just did myself with a tattoo gun. 0 out of 10 not recommended. I don't regret mine because I think they go great with my aesthetic. But I also think I could lose a front tooth and like that would go with my aesthetic. So take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, obviously, having tattoos done by a professional is much more ideal. You get better results clearly, and also more safe. So I just have to say that I do not recommend it, but I did do most of mine myself. Now, a lot of people ask me, like, did it hurt, especially my neck, because I did this myself in a makeup mirror. I did that all myself. And actually, no, like, this one didn't hurt. Most of the ones I did on myself, my arms never hurt at all, really. The only one I have that was brutal, and it was a professional one, was my ribs. Now, when I went to get my ribs done, this is before I transitioned. If anyone's new here, I've had top surgery. I decided to leave fat because I'm fat. I felt like it looked more natural. Okay, spiel's done. But I actually got it, like, when I was presenting as a woman. And I was smaller than I am now, but I've always had, like, chub and loose skin in my stomach area. So I was like, oh, that's not gonna hurt. Everybody warned me. They're like, it's gonna be horrible. I'm like, please, it's not. Look at this. Like, I'm not. I felt like I wouldn't be able to feel it. Oh my God, when I see, like, tiny little women with those rib cage tattoos that are, like, everywhere, I'm like, oh God, put some respect on it. You better put some respect on it, because that shit hurts so bad. I don't know how they did it, especially with no fat there. I just don't understand, because it was so painful. It was so painful. The ribs were just the worst one I have. I have a lot that I've gotten done professionally, like I said, and a lot I did myself, and that by far was the worst. The second worst was my marriage date. I did this one myself. That one I think was bad, mostly because I had surgery on my chest, so I think it was just like a weird feeling. But really, that's the only one that was, like, just so incredibly horrible. I could not wait till it was over. It was just awful. So yeah, that's kind of it. And I'm not, like, to be honest, and I don't mean to sound like one of those people that's like, I feel no pain, or tattoos aren't painful, because obviously, like, they're tattoos, they're a wound, like, they're going to be somewhat painful, but most of them don't bother me. And I think it's because, like, with tattoos, it's like a steady, subtle amount, in my opinion, depending on where it is, of pain. But piercings, I do not like piercings. I used to have a lot of piercings, like, growing up. Like, I had my labrae, my eyebrow. I had these ones right here. I had a Monroe. Like, I had a lot. And those, in my opinion, like, facial piercings, even ear piercings with the gun, oh my God, I'm glad they don't do that a lot anymore. I think those are so much more painful, because it's like, boom, it's like a puncture wound, instead of just like boop, 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 of like a tattoo gun. Yeah, oh my God, like, the thought of piercings. Like, my husband, he gauges his ears, and or he used to, he's done now. But when he was, it was like, oh my God, like, I don't know how he does it. Still, that's not as bad, I feel, as like a puncture piercing, like, because he was just stretching it. But still, oh my God, like, in my opinion, piercings are so much worse. This was really the only one that gave me a shit ton of trouble. I mean, I've gotten tattoos infected before, but none hurt like my ribs. The rest of them on me, except these two, were just kind of smooth sailing. So, I hope that helps, and I hope you have an awesome day.